Right, we've got the shelf silhouette done.
This should be easy.
Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that.
It's never easy.
Finally, doing a bit of painting just to see how the white's going to brighten it up. Woo!
Oh, there it is.
Welcome to a new vlog, starting exactly after the last vlog. So we're heading out to do some more work on the cladding today on the van.
Hoping to finish it today.
This is what's just arrived in the post. We had a sink delivered and
we got these. I don't like that. That's too dark.
That's too dark.
That's too light. However, we're going to put linseed oil on it, which will darken it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with that one. So I'm going to order that because when the cladding's done and it's painted, we're in a position to fit the secret wall.
This was just a test. Where was that from?
Woodveneerhub.co.uk.
Yeah, so you just send off for a test.
It was actually Mark and Hannah that told us about it.
Yeah, so that goes on, is going to go on like the secret door through to the cab.
Yeah. And the hinge for the door will actually be inside this groove here. So when the door's shut, you won't even know there's a door there, but we've got to find some way of opening it by pushing it. So we're thinking magnetic ball latches, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which I need to order.
And speaking of Mark and Hannah, they're on the way up today. They're coming a day early, so they're going to be here for the next few days.
We've got some work to do before we get here, so we're best set off.
Let's go. Right, we're at the van. First job today, we've taken this panel off because we need to create a hole and some wires for a plug socket in the... Ooh.
I just drilled straight through the conduit. Luckily, it's empty. So that we need to take that off. We can't use that.
Well, how come that's happened?
I don't know.
So
I think when I put it back together, I've gone straight through the conduit as well.
Always be careful of where your wires are when you are drilling.
Like we've done over there.
Yeah. So that's where a plug socket is going to be, and a little USB socket as well. Right, we've got a couple of bits of cladding on, and we're just putting the holes in and the wires through for the USB sockets.
Well, the bedside lamps,
which will have
USBs on them.
So there's going to be one there, which is already through, one there that Nick's doing now, and one there. So that when we decide that we want to extend the bed and lay this way with his feet down here, then we've got a lamp there and a lamp there. And some days, nights, you never know, we might just not bother extending and just decide to lay that way with his heads there. So we'll have a lamp on either side too.
Right, so I've just got to put a hole saw in now. Put the hole saw in and thread the wire through. This is actually one piece of wire all the way around, and it just connects to one circuit. But this is all something we've had to sit down and plan before we started doing anything in the van. We literally had to say, right, where do we want sockets? How are we going to wire them up? How many circuits we're going to have? We know nothing about electrics other than like fitting a light, changing a bulb. We've had to liaise with a company who's designed us an entire schematic, told them what we want. All these wiring, we've had to kind of come up with this ourselves, get the right thickness of the wire, the right ampage and things like that. All from like YouTubing and Googling.
Yeah. One more hole sorted.
Oh, wait a minute, let me just sand it.
Right, we've got the shelf silhouette done, and it's coming on pretty well. You fancy cheese, grapes, crackers and a cup of tea?
Yeah.
Because that's what I brought today. Little pack up, cheese, biscuits, grapes and some tea.
That cheese is the nicest cheese.
It is very nice. It's beautiful.
Best cheese in the world.
Right, that's all finished and filled in. So the next job is the shower.
This should be easy.
Oh God, don't say that. Don't say that.
It's never easy.
So we're going to clad all the shower down there
using
that side.
Then we're going to plywood board the inside and put the PVC panels on, and then PVC the roof inside. Then we have to work out how we're going to create a curve from here to here that matches this, and we haven't quite worked that out yet.
Got a few ideas, haven't we?
Kind of.
So far, so good.
We're cooking on gas now.
It's looking like a shower.
Really going quickly on these.
So we've got to cut a...
Well, we're just going to cut a hole.
Are you going to put it on first?
Yeah. Just grab that.
Hold on. I haven't got enough hands.
We're going to cut a hole here where the
light
switch for the light in the shower is going to be. So the two cables that we've run behind that actually go down the cavity here will actually stay inside the wall. And then on this side, if you want to come around here, so that's not going to be, not only you would plywood coat that and then put the things on it. However, that's just a waste of weight. So this is actually inside the wall. So the PVC panels on the inside of the shower will be there, and then the wires will be on the inside. And that will go through to a switch here. So we're just going to drill a hole there now and then thread the wires through.
Finally, doing a bit of painting just to see how the white's going to brighten it up.
It's going to take a lot of coats. I reckon at least 4 coats.
Yeah, so we have a roller as well down there. I'm just going to go get that and start with the roller while Nick sort of like gets right into the grooves.
I'm doing the grooves and the nail heads. There's a couple that I've missed before I filled it, and I've sanded them down as well. Right, final update. It looks like a chalet at Filey at the minute. There's so many imperfections and it still looks dirty. This one's had 3 coats and that needs at least another 2. There's going to be a lot of painting involved and we are going to need at least another 5 litres, I think, by the time we're done. So we've cut the trim for here, so that now fits and can be secured to the ceiling. That's had 2 coats so far and you can still see like muck marks through it. It looks a lot better on camera than it does in real life. Real life it's showing you all like the grain imperfections. There's like knots here that we've got to get out and then a nail head that I've missed. Lee's not filed it down properly there. That needs to be done again.
We're doing a lot more coats.
Not in here. So we have to clean it up, keep doing it until it's literally perfect white. Yeah. We'll get there, won't we?
When all our furnishings are in and cushions and plants and stuff like that.
And we think we're going to have a greeny dark blue kitchen and then like a burnt orange splatter cushion, things like that.
Nice warming colour.
Yeah.
When we're in Europe and it's like a heat wave.
Yeah.
Nice warm.
This is going to be the electric board. Go on, we're actually packing up to go now. This is going to be the electric board. I'm going to be working on that this week with Mark while Lee and Hannah continue to paint. I haven't told them yet, but that's what they're doing. And there we go. That's finished the cladding off. The only cladding that we need to do now is to clad the doors and do something with this, and then I have to work out what we're going to do with this door frame. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a box that comes off here where the lights come down, comes down to here, and then as it comes down the wall on this side here, kind of tails off into the wall, because what we don't want is the chair that's here to have to be behind the box or part of a box, if that makes sense. So at this point here, this wall trim will actually become part of this, if that makes sense. I'm not really sure how we're going to do it yet. I'll have to have a think about it. But we're all packed up and we're off to the lodge. Hannah and Mark's going to be here in an hour, and we're off to the pub. Good morning, guys. It's the next day. Mark and Hannah turned up last night and we went to the pub and we had food. We didn't really do anything apart from chill. I was in bed for 8 o'clock, so I was tired and stuffed. Leigh's up editing.
Well, I'm waiting for breakfast.
Mark's been down to Heron Foods to buy himself some Haribos because we didn't buy any for him. And I'm just making, we're just going to say beans on toast, but we're having bacon butties. And then there's Hannah there looking like she's just been dug up.
Thanks.
Nice breakfast. Nick's back on the gluten-free bread.
Well, not fully, I'm not.
Trying it.
I'm just, my theory is that I had a month where I didn't have any gluten-free. Then my stomach's been quite bad while I've been in France and I've had lots of cheese and bread. So
I reckon
it might have been a 3-week delay. Because I had 3 weeks where I had nothing at all, which was the best it's ever been. But that was before we went.
I think you used to have cheese.
Possibly.
And,
nice though.
What do you think to Mark coming all this way just to watch football?
The World Cup.
World Cup?
Women's World Cup.
Right, we're starting on the electrics. We've put the new wires in. Nick 101, Mark 101, so they're labelled. They're running to here. We're just about to now put the outdoor socket in to connect the inverter up to a ground charger. So we're just going to drill a little hole in it just to put this cassette in it. I don't like the fact that it's white, but we can swap this at a later date.
Right, well, I'm going to start painting soon as well.
Go on then.
Right, I'm going to start painting the roof. I've just been sanding it down a little bit. Thank God we don't have to wear masks like we used to do anymore.
You're out of breath, innit?
Hard work.
Bloody breath. This thing weighs about 30 kilos.
It was heavy.
I bet the van's actually tilted down at one side. So this thing is not going to move. We've actually thinned out this electric board because the weight of this thing is like really, really heavy. This is the most heaviest thing I've ever felt. So we've just fixed that with the panel. We're probably going to put a couple of like the shunts and things like that this side, not to waste space, and then everything else has got to fit in here.
Don't forget to leave room for the chair on the other side.
That'll come from this point. Don't panic, you'll have your chair.
Right, this is what I've done so far. I'm just going over with another coat. Looking quite good.
Oh, that's just what they put on.
And what's going off back here?
Right, we're just trying to disguise the wires. So we've moved all the 13 amp socket wires from this hole up to here. So everything that comes out here now will be the 12 volt circuits minus 2 for the solar, which we're going to move somewhere over here in a minute. And then we're going to wire the outside socket in, which will eventually go into the inverter. That's the plan.
Enjoying your holiday, Mark?
Yeah, tell me about it.
Oh, we've drilled a hole in the floor as well.
Yeah, and we've put these on as well.
Oh yeah, put them on.
So we've got new hooks for the back of the door so they don't blow open.
And we've got these new cables in as well.
Yeah. Hannah's hard at work here, enjoying her holiday at the lodge. Right, next bit.
Right. So that's wired in. It's basically just like a normal socket. Clip that in. He says.
So is this when we're on like a
Campsite.
for a hookup?
Yeah. So this will give us the power, and it will also charge the battery. I've actually lost a screw for there, which I need to find. Unless Mark's got it.
Well, I'd ask him, but he's gone.
Yeah.
Keeps going.
Right. And then we've just got to screw that back in, and then we have to wire that into one of the switch boxes, and then from the switch box to the inverter.
Then we'll have power. Hang on, let's have a look at that plug.
It's a Continental.
What was there?
It's not like a British socket.
Yeah. A while later.
We've got a box in. Flicks move, switches move, and the outside socket wired in. That's the Earth chassis. I need to find out how we actually connect that to the frame of the car. Presumably just put a bolt in. Unfortunately, the instructions that they sent has every variation of every product. The issue that I've got is knowing which particular one we've got versus which diagram we've got, and each one is different. So I've got the overall wiring diagram that says how to wire it all together, but then the individual components say, in this scenario do this, in this scenario do that, in this scenario do this, but it doesn't actually tell me what I've got to do. So I'm trying to wire this into this, but unfortunately the instructions tell me to look for a label on here, like an AC female input, but there isn't one. So I'll message them on Instagram, so I'm just waiting for them to reply.
And I'm just continuing putting more coats on and getting further and further down the van with the paint. Looking not bad now.
Yeah, not bad.
Continuing to paint. Nick's down below.
Here he is.
Hannah's on camera.
I've lost my probe.
You lost your probe?
Yeah. Where's my... Got it. I'm just testing the solar to see which is which, and then I'm going to run it into the MPPT there. Now this is live off the roof, so
It's all very complicated.
I've got to be careful what I'm doing. But stick it in and see what happens.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. Make sure you always know what you're doing.
Well, I am following instructions. Can't I?
Just stick it in and see what you're doing.
That was Mark's advice this morning. Just try it. Just try it. Like, thanks, Mark.
Right, it's a while later, and that's where I've got to. I can't really do any more because I need to sand all this area once Nick's moved out of the way, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. And this is what it's looking like. It's looking very neat, I must say.
That's powered on from the solar panels. I just need to fit this now and this in series, 3 batteries, and I've got to fuse it all, put all the fuses in and put all the connecting cables in, but I just don't know where. This is going to have cables from this, and this coming out here. So all this is kind of going to be blocked. So that needs to be moved, and then I need to put the master isolator switch and the fuse somewhere coming off the battery, but there's not much space and I don't really know what to do. Right, I'm OCDing about it, so I'm just going to screw it, literally. And then we'll put the big box there.
Job done.
Are we done for the day?
Possibly.
Mark's gasping for a cider.
I'm on holiday and I've been stood here for 9 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Just stood there.
Nick asked for some help early from Mark, and Mark went there and just got and cleaned his car out.
All the advice I did give him was
I'm just going to put
Spot
all
on,
these fuses
spot
in.
on.
I'm going to try.
Right, I need to wash my hands and wash up and what have you, and that's all I'm doing now. Right, we've done for the day, and we're just having a nice meal that I've just whipped together quite quickly. We're having chicken tikka, wraps. Making a nice one there, Mark.
well, crispy onions,
Crispy onions,
coriander.
Nick's just been reading a 71-page electrical document, haven't you?
I've only got to page 22.
Yeah. So we're going to enjoy this. And then maybe watch a nice film.
Well, I might go and put some more cables in.
Oh, for God's sake. Welcome to the next day. I've just got a little bit more sanding and painting to do today. Mark and Hannah's just nipped out for a while, and then hopefully we're going to go out with them this afternoon. Mark fancies going to the pub.
Ooh, I ain't going to argue with that.
You've been out here for a few hours, what have you been doing?
I've just been trying to get this Lynx distributor online and start wiring the cables using this hydraulic crimp. So I'm running cables, however we're going to have a problem because the van is in for the alternator to be wired up on Friday. We're going to run out of this cable and it needs that. So we need to go to City Electrical Factors and find some.
Right, okay. Well, you carry on with that. I've just got to do some sanding here. Get a first coat on this, just this little bit here. And that's us done for the day.
Quite working because we've got a big draft blowing through the van. I'm putting the heat shrink wrap on the end of the cables with the lugs on, so they're like tightly sealed, the terminators. So this is going to the well, there's going to be a switch in, then there's going to be another one going from there. This is the links distributor, all fused up and all wired. That's on the roof and it's got power going through it, so I'm not wiring that one in yet. But I'm trying to make it as neat as possible. Ignore all these holes. I will fill them afterwards. Right, I've done what I can on the van this morning. We have got everything we need to finish it off, apart from 2 bolts and the lugs on the back of the switch that they provided are too big, so I need to get a drill bit to drill and make it a little bit bigger, unless I can get different lugs, which I will try when we're there. That saves buying a drill bit. So while all that's happening, we're going to go into Bridlington, we're going to go to Jerome's, we're going to have some dinner. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I've been up since 7 and out in the van since 7. Lee's finished off the painting. We're getting there slowly.
Well, it needs lots more coats.
Yeah,
I wanted to get 1 coat all done.
I'm rushing the van because we have to get it ready for Friday, because it's going into the garage and he's going to run the alternator cables in from it. Although after doing all that, I'm pretty confident I can do it myself now. The only issue is getting it through the floor in the van where the battery is. If we get this drill bit thing that I'm looking for now, I'm pretty confident I can do that as well. So that may be the next bit. So hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of today we will have some power inside the van. Purely charging off solar at the minute, nothing else, but there we go.
We're heading to B&Q.
Oh yeah, we are.
Mark's looking forward to it. Second day of your thrilling holiday, Mark.
It's been the best.
At B&Q.
What a day
So lucky.
Waiting all day for this.
I will like it when we get to the point in the van where we're buying like furnishings and stuff like that. Have you found what you're looking for, Mark?
I need to go to a proper shop.
Proper shop. Are you happy now, Mark? We brought you to the seaside.
So excited.
Yes, good. Small fish and chips for us.
Kids fish and chips, actually.
Yeah, kids fish and chips. Well, nice. Cheesy fries for Hannah and Maisie. What are you having, Mark?
I'm on a diet.
Yeah.
Salad.
Very nice, those fish and chips. $8.99 for a kid's portion, and there's plenty for an adult. So we're in Jerome's in Bridlington. If you've never been, the food is very nice.
It's like an independent Wetherspoons.
Nice. What's the next stop? Cheers. Farm Foods, all the best places.
No, we're going to
these
Heron
guys.
Foods.
Oh, Heron Foods, because Mark loves
likes
Heron
jellies.
Mark's in heaven. They don't have Heron Foods down south.
Just love breaded chicken.
As soon as Mark gets up here, his first stop is to
Heron
Foods.
Heron Foods again.
Skinny Whip, top up time at Heron
Only do the
Foods.
crunch. Tesco
Yeah.
don't do the whip, so they only do the crunch.
Those are our favourite flavour out there, but for some reason they're £1.50 and not £1.09. Look at that, Skinny Dream Rocky Road. That was just a very quick trip into town, just to get out and away from the van for a bit.
Well, I've got some stuff at an Amazon locker, so
More
need
stuff
to
for the
call.
van.
Yeah.
We've got some bedside lights.
with USBs on.
What else? Nick's chomping on his pick and mix from Heron Foods.
We've got a circuit breaker, which is going to be for the boiler. What else?
I don't know, but you brought us into a car park that we can't get out of.
You'd have to climb a fence. I've got the circuit breaker. I've got some other bits I can't remember. Four things I've got to pick up.
So we're going to call for those, and we're just going to call into our friends at the garage, because you need some wood as well.
We need some wood that we've left in the garage.
Yeah. And Hannah's got to get over this, so I'm sure she'll be impressed about.
Keep the camera rolling.
Come on, Hannah.
Right, I'm
Over
too
and
fat
under.
for this now.
Over or under?
I've got through, I've made it, guys.
The boob's nearly not that middle finger. Mark's definitely will. What? Your boobs will knock that middle bar off.
Oh, here we go.
What a plonker.
Oh man.
It's an exciting time Nick is about to put a light switch into the van and test the power to see if the lights come on.
Moment of truth. 3 amp fuse for the lights. I've put 1 circuit in. I'm going to plug the fuse in. I've actually wired the socket in as well. I'm going to turn on the main battery, turn on the 12 volt system. Now I'm going to try the lights.
Woo!
Oh, there he is.
Round of applause there. Round of, ooh.
Oh no, it's on a different circuit that. Right, so there we go.
Don't have to work
And
in the
then you
dark
can
now.
turn these, you can dim them individually, or turn them off individually, or somehow you turn them blue.
Yeah, for reading on night.
How do you turn them blue though?
I don't know. Very well done.
Do they turn
Hold
red
on.
though, more importantly?
Do the two what?
Turn red.
No. Because we don't want it to look like a brothel. There's not enough light. It's not bright enough.
Yeah, but there's other stuff to be put in as well.
Well, and they're not actually at the ceiling
Yeah.
yet. They're all kind of like glaring, but there we go. So we have a working electrical system, I think. Oh, I can't get readings from the battery, and I've not earthed some things yet, but this is just a 12 volt system, so.
Welcome to the next day. We're still on with our power, and Nick's just about to turn on the extractor fan for the first time. Oh, I heard it. I heard something.
Yeah, it might be blowing up. Right, hold on.
Got the remote control. Ooh,
that-
wow, I can feel that,
Is
really.
that oh no, air in, that's pulling air in.
Yeah, it is. It's like aircon.
So how do you reverse it? Air out. It's not loud, is it?
No.
That's quite quiet.
Oh, I can feel that as well.
You can feel it sucking the air past
Yeah.
your face and it's going
Big
out.
fan, that.
Impressive.
So you can have the roof closed but the fan on.
So that little black dial there, is that's
That's to do it manually.
Let's do it manually.
why,
Crank
why is
it.
it moving? Is that opening?
That's 'cause-
Yeah,
Yeah, that
it's,
opens and
it's
closes it,
mechanical,
yeah.
but it's got a motor on it. Oh, so you can control it here as well. Alright, okay. Forward, reverse. And then it's also got a little thermostat built on here, so you can set the temperature inside, and that will regulate your temperature. Almost like aircon without the cooling.
Yeah.
And the battery is 100%. The solar is
From the solar.
and I've put in. We now have a shower light. Right, that's enough van work for today. Well, for now anyway. We're off down to a local lodge park where a friend of ours, Kerry, and a young lad, Alfie, and a husband. Oh, radio off. Which is the guys that we met in Universal Studios, and Alfie had the same shirt on as me. He copied me basically. We're off to meet them for coffee.
You should put that shirt on again today.
I was going to do, but I thought that would be a bit cheesy because he won't have it on anyway. So we're off to meet them. They're over here on holiday. Mark's just there. Yeah, goodbye, Mark. We're gonna have they do the most amazing butter flapjacks.
Oh yeah, they do actually.
So I'm gonna have that with a decaf coffee. And I'd love a cheese sandwich, but
Well, I was thinking,
I can't have the cheese.
while
I
you've
just
been getting
love
ready,
the cheese.
Brunch.
me and the guys have been talking. If it's going to stay like this all day, it's very nice today. We could maybe get all the decking sorted, get all the chairs out, get the cushions out, and have a barbecue.
Oh, the hammock.
Some protein,
yeah,
chicken, and
Yeah.
salad.
Oh, not more chicken. I'll tell you something. If Mark bought as much chicken yesterday to open a bleeding Bernard Matthews factory, I'd rather just maybe get some steaks, some like minted steaks.
It'll be our first barbecue at the lodge for
Years. Right, let's do that then.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like.
Right, we were chatting when we were eating, so we didn't have time to vlog everything, but that's the place. It's actually used to be called Miller's Tea Rooms. It's actually changed to something called Pasco's on the lake now, and it's an Italian, and they open on an evening. So maybe that's something we should try at some point.
It was very nice breakfast.
It was very nice, actually.
We both had light breakfasts, and it was
Yep.
it was very nice.
And I had to get them to double cook my eggs just so I could eat them.
We're off into Beverley now.
I'm going to get some diffusers for the van.
Taking me high. Ain't nobody like you.
smells so good in here, doesn't it?
That's amazing.
What are you getting? Is it like a
The
compact
refill
one?
of that is
for
actually
these?
cheaper than 2 gift company ones.
Yeah.
And a lot
What's it
stronger.
called? Yorkshire
Yorkshire
Coast.
Toast. Absolutely amazing.
Move. No, there ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. So lucky to be.
I'm trying 3 new flavours. Ooh, how do you get the lid?
Scents, not flavours.
Wait a minute. It's a Mandarella, which has got a sealed lid which I can't get off. Cassis White and Cedar, which I've never had before. This is my old favourite classic Yorkshire Coast, which is amazing. And then I've got another new one, Whitney Bay.
And where do you think you're going to fit all these in van?
Not all for van. I've got to restock my drawer at the lodge.
Just coming to check out this wine bar. Is it more eating than wine bar?
Unless we sit down and drink. Well, it's not like they've got the table.
You fancy a wine or something?
Yeah.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights.
Just testing the lights again. We're back at the lodge. Ooh, what's this?
Yes.
What's happening?
I've temporarily wired that in because they're going to be the LED.
We haven't shown these. These are our bedside
These are
lamps.
the bedside lamps. We've got 4 of them. This is just a spare one. So we may use that for
Well, maybe we can
underneath the
use it
kitchen
somewhere
cupboard,
else.
maybe, to shine on the worktop.
I don't know. So anyway,
Well, that's a spare.
it's got a USB charger in it as well. So they're going to go up there.
They're already there, and they're really fast USB charging as well. So I've now wired
These
this
are from
light
Amazon.
switch,
Yeah.
which will go in the wall that way. So this one will be, the left one will be the main lights. The right one, this one here, will control the LED strip there and down there. So I've just wired that in temporarily because I haven't got the LEDs ready.
So we went for black chrome switches.
Yeah, and then
Just give a contrast against the white.
I've multi-tooled out the back box. I'm just going to fit that now and then screw the plate on, and that's one light switch done.
Yeah, but I've got loads of painting to do with
I'm
that.
just doing it as a test.
Yeah.
There we go, that's locked in. A little bit lopsided, but I can correct that with a bit of a spacer. Some of these wires I can tuck into the back box. It's a bit bung up at the minute with all the Wago clips. So I'm going to tuck them in, clear as much space in here, and then get all that into that box and put the plate on. Like that. It's just dust, don't panic.
Maybe we should have got like brushed instead of.
Oh,
What? Uh
they're
oh.
upside down.
How did you sort that out?
I can switch them to
Maybe we should have got brushed metal rather than this shiny glossy metal.
It's too late now.
When we were in Beverley earlier, we went to a butcher's and got a barbecue pack for £15. Like quite a lot of meat, and we were gonna do a barbecue, but it's got quite cold and chilly actually. So we're just gonna put it all in the air fryer, and that's what we're gonna do for food tonight. It's 6 o'clock. I've got a nice cheeky mango gin. The guys are having a drink inside. We're just waiting for Nick to come in, and then we're gonna do the meat. How much longer?
Moment, I'm just reversing these switches. Right,
That's what we're going to
one
do tonight.
reversed.
This is what we got from the butcher's. What's that, Mark?
Chicken kebabs,
Chicken kebab, garlic chicken kebabs. And what's that?
pork kebabs,
Pork kebabs. Yeah.
beef burgers, sausages,
Lots and lots of meat. We're just going to wang it all in the air fryer. And what's this?
pork belly.
Where'd that come from?
I bought it earlier. Fancy one.
Right, we're adding a bit of chicken breast as well. Seeing as Mark bought so much chicken, we've got to do it all. And Mark's around here preparing all the other stuff. You like the air fry, Mark?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get one.
You're gonna get one. Yeah. So chicken going off there.
Key West Cajun going in it.
Key West Cajun going in the chicken there. Some chicken there. What's that? I don't know. Pork belly there. And
We just at the table eating it.
no, I'm vlogging. Important. We're almost ready to eat.
Vlogging, it's just how you pick camera all day.
Yeah, right. Welcome to the next day. This is the state of the van this morning. Nick's been out in it. I've not had a chance to tidy up yet. I can hear him doing things. Where are you? Oh, you're there.
What?
What's happening?
Just managed to look at an old photo in bed.
Okay.
Because we were having to buy... I bought some conduit, which I'm going to send back now, to put underneath to wire the DC to DC charger into the starter motor, into the starter battery. However, bit of adaptation, I found a channel on a photo that was wide enough to get the wires through. So I poked it through from that end and threaded it with some threading rods, ran the cable under the seat, into the conduit, into the starter battery, and I've just wired up the negative terminal. I'm just about to do the red one, and then the other end.
Oh, look. So that's where the battery is in the VW Crafter.
I need you to come and hoover all this because I'm putting this back down again shortly.
Okay. And so has it worked?
Well, I've got the cables in, so that saves a lot of money because we're going to pay the garage to do it tomorrow. Careful you don't trip.
Just tripping up over all stuff. It's Hannah and Mark's last full day with us. We're going to go in, have a little chat, see where we're going to go, and that'll be on the next vlog. So I'm going to finish the vlog. So thanks for watching today, guys. Hit the like button, click the notification bell, drop us a comment below. Nick has done some filling of all these screw heads
to sand it down tomorrow.
So I'm going to sand all that down tomorrow.
It's in the garage tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's going to the garage. Well, the next time we get it back, I'm going to sand all that down, get that painted white. Obviously, I painted everything else white, but it does need a few more coats. But it kind of feels like we're getting... Let's stay at this.
Like moving forwards.
I feel like we're moving forwards because, you know, we've got visual changes. So, what is the next step after...
Hold on, I'm just going to connect this up to the battery.
So, I don't know what the next step is. Obviously, we've got to... What?
You want to see this?
Got to sort that shower out.
Just connected that to the battery. I had to use the WD-40 to get it through this conduit here. Look at all that grime. And then I've just got to tighten this and then do a voltage test at the other end to make sure that the cables are intact. And then later on, I'll connect it to the DC to DC charger. That's secure. Right.
Where we're going down to the back of the van.
Yeah. Right. It's the end of these. I need to make sure they don't touch.
So that's the wires you've got all the way through, all the way down.
I've still got to thread it through here. I ain't quite figured out, and that hole now is no use.
Oh, you have to fill it then.
Yeah, I'll have to do it. But it saves...
To fill it pretty quick and all, because a mouse or a rat could get up there.
I know. Are we ready? It should show around 13 volts if this has worked. 12.3, that'll do.
There you go, well done.
So that now gets connected into that.
Yeah.
There. DC to DC charger in the port there. I've just got to get it under this now, so I'm going to have to chisel a bit out and then run it in.
Very well done.
Job done.
Say goodbye.
Bye for now.
We'll see you in the next vlog.